Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Three Dads and a Console.
Oh.
We know not every dad can stay up to date in the latest and greatest in video game news that you need to know about, so we are here to do it for you. Remember, this show is kid-friendly, so no earmuffs are needed. Now, on with the show. I'm one of your hosts, Wabba plays alongside with the media darling, Court. Hello.
Media darling.
You're right.
Oh my god, I keep getting this caught. I'm sorry. I was playing Zvidzia as a game.
Spooderman.
Spooderman.
Deuce.
I'm almost done. I am very close to I'm 26 hours into the game.
Decent.
That's a lot of hours.
It's a good amount of hours.
How many US hours is that?
26?
28 and a half.
Kilo hours.
I'm really liking this game. I've also played Super Mario Wonder. I have also another game I want to talk about today is Just Dance 2024, a game that I didn't think I would like, but my daughter loves it so much that it's phenomenal. And I will not spoil my review that I'm doing on Spider-Man 2, but I do want to speak to my impressions of it today on the show.
Oh, big market tease. We are also here with the fresh canvas Pez.
Old
Who will soon
puts his hand to the sky, shakes it in anger, and says, "Give me pictures of Spider-Man."
No, I meant you're gonna get the tattoos.
Yeah, I'm getting double tatted
Your
up.
canvas.
Soon. Yep. So I'm getting, for those that care, no one does.
I care.
My Jimmy Fund Let's Game tattoo is happening on November 20th. So that'll be because we hit the $2,000 goal on.
You're putting Wabba's face on your arm, right?
No, I would.
It's already there.
Yeah, it's already there. And then on December 12th, I'm getting my Zelda December 8th, sorry, I'm getting my Zelda stained glass tattoo, which is probably going to be done in multiple stages, just because it'll take up my whole left arm.
I said, hey, I was like, hey, can I go film it for content? Because that would be cool. I hate needles, so I'd probably throw up.
No, but
he's like, it's a Monday.
No, that has nothing to do with it. So he mentioned where it was, and then Wabba was like, "Oh no, I am not going."
I was like, "It's a Monday in New Hampshire," and he's like, "Yeah, I'm out."
No, the New Hampshire part doesn't bug me because it's tax free, so I could do some Christmas shopping. You know, live free or die up there. And they also have a Panda Express right over the border too.
Do they? I have never been to a Panda Express.
How is there not? There's so little. Like, do you want to make out content on the internet with a certain villain from the Spider-Man video game? He has a giant tongue, like Venom. It's
you just gotta turn safe search off.
What a horrible day to only be half deaf and not fully deaf after that.
Oh yeah. Speaking,
why is there not make out content with Venom? With 19 inches of Venom.
Yeah, oh man, that'd be so gross if that was on the internet. I mean, like, where would you even find that? God,
someone please let me know where that is.
God,
so
I would hate if people post. I would hate if that slid into my DMs. Ugh, gross.
Twitter.com at Insomniac Games if you want to show Wabba where it is.
Good jeez. So we've got some things to talk about. There's an elephant in the room. And I wonder what that could be.
Honestly, that's probably the first.
That's a good one. You know, the man stepped up his game after he was called out last week.
I wasn't called out.
Oh, buddy, you were called out.
Was I?
Yeah.
I didn't.
Unbelievable. You were standing in line for Snow White's
I wasn't standing in any lines, okay?
100 years.
I used the power of commerce and anime. I didn't stand in one line. Are you kidding me? I'm too bougie for that. I have a Genie Plus lifestyle now.
You took out your little Magic the Gathering thing and you were like, I have a Genie Plus card, and you threw it at the guy.
You want to know what's messed up?
What?
One, that's Yu-Gi-Oh! Two, I have two of those.
True. Do you? Have you ever tried one on?
Do you want me to get it?
No.
I'll get it while you're talking about Mario. So I bought two of them at the thrift store. They came out on the card for $750. I need a list for $112 each.
What?
I haven't sold them yet, but like that's going up soon. Oof. If you have any Yu-Gi-Oh nerds, slide in my DMs.
I don't even know what Yu-Gi-Oh is. You guys talk way too much about stuff that doesn't matter.
It's time to dual court.
What
it
does that
seems
even mean?
Oh, speaking of Yu-Gi-Oh, people might not care about this. If you care about Yu-Gi-Oh, there was a tournament that happened, and someone compiled Exodia the Forbidden
Who
One
was
twice in one
speaking of
tournament.
Yu-Gi-Oh? No one was speaking. You can't say
I
speaking
was-
of Yu-Gi-Oh
I'm
if
just
no one.
saying.
Hold on. Nope. I'm not letting this one go. You can't just be like, speaking of this, and then act like we were talking about it so that you can talk about your stuff that no one cares about. No, that is not
Are
happening.
you kidding me? There was
my
a room full of 12 people that cared about someone. He compiled Exodia the Forbidden One twice in a tournament, 2 games in a row. That's actually 2 games out of 3. That's a big deal.
Did he really? I don't know
Yeah.
what any of that means.
Anyway, let's talk about a game that another indie game, Super Mario Brothers Wonder. And Pez, you've been spending some time with it.
Spent a lot of time with it. Super Mario Brothers Wonder. For those that have known me for a long time through this Three Dads community, 2D Mario games to me are some of the blandest Mario games that Nintendo has put out since Super Mario World on the SNES, or if you're European, the SNES. It is the new Super Mario Brothers games. You had New Super Mario Brothers, New Super Mario Brothers U. You had New Super Mario Brothers 2 on the DS, I think it was. All of those, Mario 2D Land or whatever it was called, all those games were bland and repetitive and safe. And I think that's my biggest problem with them, is they were safe. Super Mario Wonder is not a safe game, like, at all, and it's great. It is
It's hard.
It is a 2D side-scrolling game where you can take control of one of like 10 characters. So right off the bat, Mario, Luigi, Peach, Daisy, Toad, Toadette. So you can play any of those, and they have green Yoshi, red Yoshi, blue Yoshi, Nabbit. I think there might be another Yoshi
Who's
in there.
Nabbit?
Nabbit is a character that was put in the Super Mario Brothers Wii, I think, and he was like a bad guy that would steal power-ups.
That thing looks weird. Oh, he's got the Bowser bandana.
Yeah, he's a little...
Is that him? He looks like the Noid.
Yeah. Yes. He's like a little purple Noid. So right off the bat, the great thing about this game is Nintendo added those latter characters. So the Yoshis.
Yoshis?
Okay. The Yoshis and Nabbit do not take damage. So you guys can play with your younger kids and not have to worry about them just eating lives. They don't take damage, but they also don't use power-ups. So again, what I wrote in my review on 3dadsconsole.com is, if you play with your littles or your like spouse or partner that doesn't play games, it's like, hey, this looks neat, let me jump in. Throw them a Yosh, throw them a rabbit, and you are like golden, man. They are not going to chew through those lives. It is 4-player co-op, online and local. Local co-op is great. My daughter and I have already played it. It's a good time. So those peripherals are all out there and available. The gameplay itself is very good 2D Mario action. The animations are crisp and clean and new. So like Mario will slide down a pipe and he'll grab his hat, or he'll like hop into the pipe and it looks like he's like swimming down. Or when you come out of a pipe as I call them the baby characters. They don't have a power up. They look left and right to see if there's any bad guys coming in. Like there's these like simple, cute animations that kind of refresh the whole Mario thing, because you're not just seeing the same, like, oh, sprite goes down. It's, oh, sprite goes down with this cute little animation. It seems new. And that is really what it's like. It took the best parts of Mario Odyssey and made it a 2D game. The game itself looks great. A lot of bright colors, a lot of like very just clean animation, clean landscapes. Like it's a Mario game. It looks great. It runs great on the Switch docked and in handheld. So the whole thing is you are stopping Bowser from doing a thing. That's what they all are. Stopping Bowser from taking over the Flower Kingdom, and you and Prince Florian, who runs he's like a little green worm, and he runs, I think he's like a caterpillar, and he runs the Flower Kingdom. So you and him go on this excellent adventure across 8 different lands to pick up Wonder Seeds. So Wonder Seeds are like your stars in Mario 64 or in Super Mario 3D World, where you have to collect them to like, it gatekeeps you at one point. If you don't have enough, you can't do it. So through this whole thing, you pick up your wonder seeds, and there are usually 2 in a level. One of them is at the end, and then there's the wonder flower. And the wonder flower is quite possibly
Is it wonderful?
It is
Ah.
wonderfuler. It didn't work. I'm sorry. I was trying to do wonder flower and wonderful, but it didn't work. So the wonder flower, you jump into it. Sometimes it's hidden, but when you find it, you're in the same level, but it basically morphs. And it can morph into, so far I've dealt with a inky, so like the scene goes all black and your character is really tall and it's just like a
Ooh.
silhouette, and their eyes, the only thing you can see is their eyes and like their lips. And well, Princess Peach, you could see her lips because it was pink. So you have to either like move up and down based on that level. And then once you hit the wonder flower, the wonder seed, sorry, that all goes away. It is different for every level. There is no repeats here. Everything is crafted perfectly. Sometimes they're hard. Sometimes there was one where it was just all the enemies were in a dance party. And you just ran by and you watched like piranha plants dance, and
Dude, I've seen that all over the internet. That looks
That looks awesome.
hilarious.
it's great. And it's like
Could have been a short.
it's all done really, really well. And the game allows you to explore because it removed timers. There is no level timers anymore. The only thing that has a timer is some of the wonder sequences have like 2-minute timers. And really, other than one I can think of that I had to keep playing over and over, they're really easy. And it's fine because it's Mario. Mario's supposed to be easy. It's fine. There is a whole like bonus world where they're all like 6-star difficulties. But yeah, the game is a lot of fun, and I have been saying on Twitter, it is the best 2D Mario game since Super Mario World on SNES. The power-ups are great. There's 3 new power-ups. There's the elephant power-up. There is what I call the drill shroom, and then there's like a bubble shroom. So the elephant power-up, you turn into an elephant. You have a trunk attack, and then there's a secondary function to the trunk that you can collect water and like spray it on dying flowers and other stuff to get more coins. The drill shroom is basically have like a drill either on your head or on your feet, and you can jump into the ceiling or jump into the ground and move along that way. You can also break blocks, all that stuff. And then the bubble shroom, which is probably the most disappointing one, is you just spit bubbles at people and it captures them and you can jump on them, and it's kind of lame. But they're not terrible. The first 2 are great. The elephant is great. I think it's a ton of fun, and like it's so stupid and silly that who wouldn't love it. And then the drill shroom is cool. The bubble flower I can do without. But yeah, overall, great game. Great game. I'm really enjoying it.
From what you described, I love like basically like the Alice in Wonderland references. One, the name Wonder. Then you said there's different mushrooms. And then also I looked up that little caterpillar boy. By the way, the first photo is him with like his butt in front.
Yeah, that's like his like thing. It's just him with his butt.
It's not my thing, but anyway, the cat,
it is though.
The caterpillar. Dude, I put it in our Discord. Go look at it.
So
I have to see you do too.
I have played 4 levels. So my daughter and I, we started playing it. I've done 4 levels now. She loves this game. You know what she didn't like though? How that Mario turned into an elephant. Because she's a big fan that when Mario turns into the cat or the squirrel, and she was like, "Nah, she wasn't a fan of the elephant." And then I explained, I'm like, when you're the elephant, you pretty much can't die. And then she was loving the elephant. But we're Peach stands, so we can only be Peach or Rosella,
Daisy,
Rosalina. No, am I
no,
wrong?
Daisy. You're
Daisy?
wrong. Yeah.
The brown dress is Daisy?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Princess
So
Daisy.
yes, I can't be Mario as much as I want to. I'm going to play a lot more of it. I'm trying to finish a certain game, Spider-Man, and once I finish that, I'm gonna finish Just Dance, play some Mario, but also play Cyberpunk. As long as I'm still playing NHL, because I like NHL.
Yo,
Dude, I've gotten Jack Hughes twice. Team of
I
the
got
week
him
one.
today too.
yeah, I did too. Of
I got him twice now.
Killing
Team
it.
of the week. You can't sell him. No one wants that card.
course, because everyone has them.
I have 2 of them. I got to sell one, so I think I might just throw it up for like 10 grand. That's
Nope.
what I'm thinking.
Use them in a set. Wait till better sets come out.
Set them and forget them like a Ronco cookware. You guys old enough to remember Ronco?
No.
Yes.
The set
I
it and
am.
forget it guy? Oh man.
So I've been playing a little game called Spider-Man. Now I know we had a review, but I wanted to just I'm going to be doing a review on our webpage. I'm going to do a written review, and we're also going to have a video review going up. I wanted to just touch on my time with it so far, but also I've been playing it with my daughter. Now, I'm not letting her play the parts that I'm doing now. Thank God. I would 100%, I'll put that in my review. I would suggest the swinging around the world and the beginning. Sure, it is all fine. This game gets extremely violent in the end, in the third act, and
Hmm.
graphic in the third act. Unlike any of their games that Insomniac's done, I would safely say, like, it gets dark when Venom gets introduced, because we all know he's in the game. Uh, it gets real dark real quick, and some stuff happens. But before that, there were a couple missions that I did with my daughter that, so for the very first time, she cried playing a video game, and it destroyed me a little bit. But there's a mission, I won't give it much away, but there's a side mission um, with a gentleman named Howard, and she asked me questions after we finished the mission, and I had to explain what had happened. There's nothing. It's just sad, and it got to her, and it was right before school, and she's like, "Daddy, we can't do stuff like this right before school." I was like, "I am so sorry." Um, and then there's another mission that you do with Haley, who's deaf, but they portray that through the mission. Like everything is silent, there's no noises, and you're doing everything in sign, and you're using the haptic feedback to do painting and stuff. It unbelievable. She loved that level actually. And how you can do all this art throughout the level, but they actually capture the no sound. Like it is, you play the video game and it's just silence because the character can't hear. So there's a lot of sign language going on and it's only reading. And it was really cool to do that with her and experience that with her. So I would say there's a lot of awesome things about this game that you can do with your kids, but even the older kids, like Pez, your kids could play the third act, but even little Pez might be like, "Oof, wow, all right then." They went
Yeah.
there. Like they went there. So um gameplay is phenomenal. Swinging around the world is great. I don't feel like the game is bloated. I put, I said before, 26 hours into this game. I'm near the end. I'll definitely have the platinum. It's very obtainable. The combat is fluid. It's very good. The story is the best superhero story I've ever played in a video game. This Batman Arkham was the best superhero game I'd ever played. I could safely say Spider-Man 2 is the best superhero game I have ever played in a video game. Like
Wow.
100%. The story is so true to the comics, like Arkham was. Like Arkham eventually started jumping the shark and it
Mm.
like went in this different direction. Like Arkham Asylum was just so good and City was so good, and then it just, I don't know, they kind of tailed off. What they Insomniac has done with the Spider-Man series, going from Spider-Man to Miles Morales to now Spider-Man 2, is unbelievable. It is a fluid continuation, and dare I say, better than the Tom Holland Spider-Man series.
Wow.
And I would say that what Sony has done with this and Into the Spider-Verse and Across the Spider-Verse is the quintessential Spider-Man stories. And
Cool.
Yuri Lowenthal, his voice acting and his VO acting in this is phenomenal, and he does such a great job of showing his dark side when he has the black suit on. Because we all like, I'm not giving anything away. If you've watched trailers, everything I'm saying is in the trailer, so I'm trying to be spoiler free here. Um, does a phenomenal job, and the voice actor who plays Harry also shines in this game. The characters shine, and I want to know more. And my only advice to everybody who's playing this game is do not skip the side stories.
Hmm.
Do them when they show up. Do them till you can't do them no more, because some of them will stop you from even doing them till you progress more in the story. And then you go back. My suggestion is do them as much as possible because they add so much to the story. There are some that are a little, go here, do this, but a lot of them are actual side characters and giving you more story towards the game. And yes, the Mary Jane missions are back, and but at least she has a weapon this time, so it's not as bad. It's not as bad. And you ride a bike for some reason at some point in the game, and I never want to do that again. My daughter
Um,
loved it, but I thought it was
Well,
very annoying.
that's why.
I got a very important question that has been burning at me since I found out that this character is back in the game. Do I need to collect pigeons for Howard again? Hot damn, I'll buy it. I hated that side mission so much.
The Howard mission is what
I
made my daughter cry.
Yeah, no, I know the mission is. I hated that side quest in the first game. Getting those
There is
pigeons were so annoying, and I'm
You can actually
very
go into
happy
the
it's
settings
gone.
and all these side quests, all the little things you have to do, you can actually have them skip as long as there's no action. If it's just like a puzzle part, you can have it so it skips it. You can put it in the accessibility settings, you don't even have to do them.
Nope, I'm cool with those dumb puzzles they had, the electric puzzles. I didn't care about that. Flying around to get those pigeons after like the first 6 wasn't about it. I did it because I had to. Wasn't about it.
They also, if you can go into the settings, you can actually do controller layout and you photo mode, you have to press pause to get to, but you can actually make it a short, the D-pad can turn into shortcuts. So you can actually put photo mode there. The photo mode in this is ridiculous. And I just learned this morning you could do live photos.
That's
So like
crazy.
how you could take a picture on an iPhone, it's live. You could do live photos on this where nothing moves. We can make the background move. So it was raining in a scene, and I have Miles, and I have the rain coming down, but yet
Oh,
Miles is
that's
stagnant.
sick.
Yeah, it's so good, so good. The game, like I don't want it to end, but I also think the amount of time I put into it is perfect. Like I've got I would say 4 more hours until I got the platinum in this, and I'm gonna be like, that was great, like worth it, amazing. So worth the money. Get out there and go play. This is not the wait for it to go on sale. This is the go play it right away. It is that good. It's dare I say my game of the year.
Whoa. Bold claim.
Bold.
I feel like with your point about photo mode, I feel like Sony has excellent photo modes. Like you see it with like, Uncharted, like now with Spider-Man,
Ghost of Tsushima has probably one of the best.
Horizon.
Which one?
Ghost of Tsushima has probably one of
Yep.
the best photo modes.
God of
Yeah,
War has a
Horizon too.
fantastic one.
God of War, I mean, they just get it, and I feel like they perfected it a while ago, and then to hear that they're doing live, like they're like continuing to improve it, which is because people might just think, oh, what do you do with a photo mode? Well, we
Live
did more.
photos.
Bam.
I mean,
I just found it by an accident. And then like I posted it and someone was like, you can actually do that. I'm like, yeah, you can do live photos.
Insomniac posted a photo taken from the PS5, and I thought it was real because it was like Miles sitting on the curb in like the rain or whatever, and it looks like something someone would cosplay as and then like Photoshop up.
Dude, go on our Instagram right
It's
now. I
awesome.
put up photos where I'm like, that's a movie.
It's great.
Damn.
Three
and
dads,
for everybody
three dads on a
listening,
console on Instagram.
yeah, and go check out our webpage because Pez's great review for Super Mario Brothers Wonder is up. And hopefully by Monday, I'll definitely have my written review up by Monday for Spider-Man 2. And then I'm going to work on Just Dance, which to get into that, my daughter, thank you, Ubisoft, for providing me a code. Thank you very much. Ubisoft Canada. I want to not like this game, but it brings way too much joy to my daughter. She likes it so much that for her birthday party, she asked if she could be playing it with all her friends. So she's having a couple friends sleep over. And she said to me today, she's like, can we play that game for my birthday party?
Oh man,
Yes.
It's great. It's got tons of
that's
music.
awesome.
It's got we got last year's version, thanks to Ubisoft last year as well. So it keeps all the songs. So we were able to have this huge catalog of songs, and they've got like, Britney Spears and T Swift, and they've got easy versions and hard versions. They've got kids songs, but like they got Imagine Dragons, like they've got don't you don't talk about Bruno. They've got all that stuff.
What a banger.
And she thinks it is phenomenal. She's shaking her little booty. She's dancing around. She doesn't even realize there's a campaign in this game. She doesn't care. There is a campaign. There's a whole like not a season's pass, I'll call it, but there's like a program that you've got to go through. We haven't even touched it. She just goes around, picks her songs, and does it. Like, loves this game. Having way too much fun. She did it before bed last night, and she was exhausted. She played for
Yep.
about a half an hour and absolutely exhausted.
Awesome. The bet worth it every time.
So I would say huge family fun with that game. Like, way too much fun to be had with the whole family because you can have two of you dancing. There are a lot of songs where you can have two of you at the same time.
I saw that they also put content creators in, like people who are like super passionate about the games as like the dancing models.
I didn't even know that.
So I remember seeing an ad for it on like Twitter or whatever, and it was like this. I hadn't heard of this creator before, and she was all excited because she could announce that she's the character model for certain songs.
Okay, that's
Which I
very
think is
cool.
really cool that you get like these super fans, and you put them in the game. And I don't know, I just think that's a cool way to like be in touch with your community. You know, I don't play it obviously because I can't dance. I know it says just dance, but I can't dance.
I
I've no
can't
rhythm.
dance either, right?
No,
Like,
what I would
I
do
can
during
dance.
those games, I would sit on my butt because I'm lazy, and I
And
would
move your hands around.
find
God,
the
you are
only.
lazy. You are lazy. In the
He is
words,
He is very lazy.
in the words of the great theorist Lady Gaga, just
Ooh,
dance.
Lady Gaga.
It'll be
Ooh, she's in the
okay.
game. I do have because it's on my mind right
Just
now.
dance.
Wabba,
Just dance.
can you tell me the name of the Boston Bruins number 51 new rookie who has 3 goals?
Yes, he can.
Yes, Matthew.
That's not what I
Oh,
want.
you wanted his given name. Patra.
I think he got it.
He got it. He nailed it. He nailed it.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
Oh, wrong one.
No, wrong one. Nailed it. I still call him Maddie Patois, and
Betty P.
no one's making me change it.
Yeah, Matthew Patras,
The
legend.
Maddie Patras. Slang it.
Yeah, he's the next
lights.
Bergeron.
Oh, I hate that people make that connection. The dude's played 3 games. Give him a bit, will ya?
Yeah,
Good Lord.
retire his number next to Chara.
Good Lord. You got people out here going absolutely bonkers over the kid, worth it. But then they're like, oh, he reminds me of Patrice Bergeron. All right, settle down, buddy.
He reminds me of a young Mario Lemieux.
All right, you settle down over there as well. Mario Lemieux? What
So,
a horrible day to have here.
You know it's not horrible? Waba's vacation.
Oh,
Yes,
I did.
Wabba, you spent your week at House of the Mouse.
I did.
Spooky tales during the witching season.
Yeah, we bought a popcorn
the price
bucket.
tag.
Right. Yeah, I saw that. There have been times where like I went to Vegas and I ordered 2 drinks and they gave me the total and I laughed because I thought he was joking. He wasn't. But someone actually stole our popcorn bucket there. So we bought one at Disney Springs earlier this year. We put it on the stroller because this is the first time we travel with the stroller. You apparently, you can just park it wherever, and we come back and it's gone. Ooh. So we went to and they gave us a new one. They didn't care.
Theft is spooky.
That was
Stole
pretty
your
spooky.
popcorn?
Yeah, it had popcorn in it, and apparently because popcorn refills are like $2, but the
Someone
initial
just-
thing is like 13.
Someone just yanked it.
She just bought, it wasn't even the nice popcorn buckets; it was just a regular one. But then they gave us a
savages.
new one, and they filled it up for. And so, but it was cool. So,
The mouse was nice?
the mouse
That's
was
your
great to
story.
us.
We're like, how was Disney? He's like,
No.
this thing happened with
Well,
popcorn.
that's for a spooky story. No, overall it was very good. My daughter, who's 4, I know a lot of people have a lot of trepidation about bringing younger kids. She did so great. We broke it. I was up every day at 6:45 to basically do our itinerary. So that's what I do. Believe it or not, I am very organized when
Disney
I want to
Genie.
be. So I determined whether or not I want to buy the genie. I made a decision very early on that my time is way more valuable than waiting. Plus, waiting with a young kid is very challenging. There was one day at Animal Kingdom, I looked at a line for like the dinosaur ride, and it said 40 minutes, and I was like, I'm paying. So I figured out Genie. I did a lot of research beforehand, so I was doing that. I was able to get on Tron twice, which was very fun. We did not do Guardians because
Hold
we
on.
didn't
Why did you have
do
to
a
go
day
on it
there
twice, though?
because I could get on.
No. Can we get into what happened?
Oh,
the
no.
first time?
So, okay, so the first time I went on Tron, so apparently, like, it shoots you out, so you go in, like, a bike position, which I'm not good with, like, fast rides. I'll do them now because, but, like, it's very scary for me. Meanwhile, you have the guy, so I'm, like, screaming because I'm terrified, and then the guy next to me is, like, hands up, like, Rocky, flying, like, Ghost Rider-like speed. So I went on again, and the guy, I debated doing, so obviously I saluted, but I was debating looking next to me like he got derezzed.
Oh, that would have been amazing.
Which I thought would be very funny because they're like, we all made it, like at the end, they're like, oh, good job, you guys all made it back. I'm like, my partner's gone. But no, it was great. It's the first time we had been back there in a long while, like 7 years maybe. I hired a Disney planner. They're free, which is great. So she basically, shocker, as you know, I delegate a lot. So I
They're
delegated.
free?
Yeah, they get a commission from Disney. So when I said, here are the restaurants I want to go to, she basically taught me everything. They have a bot. I'm assuming they have a bot because I got a bank notification at 4 a.m. for a bunch of zero charges on a Sunday. So she basically booked all the restaurants we wanted. She booked our Halloween party as soon as it went on sale. We did the
What?
Halloween party.
How did you get that for free?
And Disney pays them a commission. So
Interesting.
I basically, yeah, there's a theme. Is I have people that are better than me at doing things do things for me.
It's
So
true.
is that why me and Pez
This
have
is
to do
nothing. His
everything?
head so loud, so
Just
loudly.
headbanging over here.
I can hear his brain go up and down. That's how fast he's nodding. But my daughter got to meet all the people she wanted to meet as soon as we got there. She got to meet Mickey right away, which is awesome. It's cool to see it again from like a kid's perspective. Going on all the
And
rides for the
you're
first
kind of a
time.
kid, right?
Oh yeah, like, a little bit. But having her go on all the rides for the first time, it was great kind of seeing her reaction. She did Big Thunder Mountain Railroad and cried right after. She's like, I'm never going on that ever again. And then she was like, I think I want to try it again. And then we couldn't get her off it. It was just really funny to see, like, because that was my reaction when I was a kid. I like cried, and then when we went on, it was fun. She loved going on, like, just like simple things like go-karts and like, meeting all the characters. She's obsessed with Stitch, so we got to do a character breakfast.
Really?
And
Lilo and Stitch?
oh yeah, she loves Stitch. So she got to meet Lilo and Stitch. My wife made these like Taylor Swift friendship bracelets and was giving them out to cast members. And like the Lilo was very excited and asked for one, motioned for one.
Mm-hmm.
So she got one. All the characters were like wearing these bracelets my wife made, which was fun.
Very cool.
And same with the
These
cast
Swift
members.
bracelets?
I got to do the Star Wars ride, so we ran there right
There's
away.
3 of them.
Oh,
There's
so we
4 of
did.
them.
So we did the Millennium Falcon one
Mhm,
at night,
that's
I
one.
think, which was
That's a very
cool.
one.
But then the next morning we went and we did the Rise of Resistance, and I got to do that twice.
Ooh, that's a good
Which
ride.
was cool. So the first time my wife was doing kind of the faster ride, so I took my daughter, so it was just her and I, and we basically walked on. It was crazy. And then the next time we all went together, and it was like a 20-minute wait, which is fine.
So you didn't do the one where you go into Endor? What's it called?
Oh, Star Tours. Yeah, we did
Tours.
that one like 3 or 4 times because there's
It's
no
different
line.
but it's different
Yeah.
every time.
We got to do the Slinky Dog one, which was great.
Oh, and Toy Story? Yeah, my
Yeah.
daughter hated that one.
Oh god, I stacked all those rides so we could do it one after. Like in an hour, we had 3 rides lined up with Genie
How
Plus.
did you stack? They wouldn't let me stack.
So Genie Plus for the uninitiated is a service you pay for. It's
No,
between
I
$50 and
have it,
$27 per
Have
person.
it? Yeah.
So if you have a large family, it's challenging because you have to pay. That's a lot per person for a 3-person family. So again, that's where I'm speaking from. Also, again, I'm okay with doing that instead of waiting in line because again, like I said, I don't want to get into it. But anyway, so what I would do is for some parks like Magic Kingdom where the rides are relatively less popular, you use it in the morning, and as soon as you use it, you pick your next one.
Yeah, no,
There's
I
a 2
get- I
yeah,
got-
so there's a 2. So what I would do is for MGM or Hollywood Studios, I would do Slinky Dog because that's the most popular, and then as soon as that 2-hour thing hits, I would make rides for the next one. But what you do is you pick the ride you want, and then you constantly refresh while you're in line and see if a better time pops up. So I was able to maneuver, I would get like a 6 o'clock for Slinky Dog, and by the end of, the hour, on the bus or whatever there, I would move it up to like 2 o'clock. I'm very good with it. Because I have
You must be
surprisingly the
fun at
patience for it.
parties.
So my wife and daughter, all they had to do was basically show up, and I handled all the logistics, and I pushed the stroller the whole time.
I would go on vacation with Wabba. I wouldn't have. I just have to show up.
It's upstairs. I had a book I made the first night in. It's late at night, and I'm going through because I need to figure out when are we doing what. It was great. I'm very organized when it comes to stuff like that.
Great.
But we also did the Halloween party, And that was something we wanted to do early on, so you can walk around. It's a ticketed event, which is great because it's like exclusive. So like they kick everybody else out of the park at like 6, so the lines are much shorter, and they give you candy. So we got to do the Haunted
Ooh.
Mansion right
Did
away,
you go
which
to The
was
Last
cool.
of Us?
That's Universal.
Oh, all right.
I can't bring my kid. My kid would have night terrors.
You didn't go to
Wabba would
Universal?
have night terrors.
No,
You didn't
my-
go to Universal. They had Minions there. Your kid's not getting night terrors from the Minions.
No,
Yeah,
it's-
but
we're not.
their Halloween stuff is definitely not for kids.
Yeah, I mean, Mickey is called Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party.
Well,
But
that
it was
doesn't
funny
sound
doing like
fun.
the fireworks and stuff and like the parades, because like we would watch the parade, but like my daughter was like into it to the point where like the villains come out and she's like scared, but then she sees Oogie Boogie. So all these people, also shout out to the people that videotape on their phones full firework, 15-minute sessions and like 20-minute parades. Like, what are you doing? So anyway, now in these people's dumb videos, you have my daughter screaming at the top of her lungs for minutes.
These videos
Oogie
are dumb,
Boogie.
Wabba.
Oogie Boogie at the top of her lungs. I could not believe. I don't know why she's obsessed with him.
Because he's the best.
But as soon as he showed up. But also too, on the last day we got God, I sat in the sun for an hour and a half for a parade spot because we hadn't seen the parade in the middle of the day.
Oh, you must have caught on fire because your body's not used to that.
I was hiding behind. That's why I'm not peeling today, which is good. I think I'm finally cool. But I was sitting behind. The stroller was in between me and the sun. My wife and daughter were being in the shade or whatever. But I used my Genie Plus to get an exclusive section again because I don't want to be near anyone. And we were near this family from Maryland, and they would just scream it was so awesome. They would like scream at the different characters to get them to interact. And as soon as like, okay, all the princesses go by, and then they turn a corner and it's Donald Duck, and I have a video of my daughter yelling like Donald, like my daughter, like my wife yells for Taylor Swift. It was
Awesome.
so cool because I was like that. This is why we do this, and it was like kind of like a very cool like realization, and yeah, it was a lot of fun, and I could talk hours for it. But one thing that I think is cool about this whole trip, first off, she did great. All the early mornings, late nights for a 4-year-old. Stopping in the middle of the day to nap and rest and understand like you rest for an hour now, you'll be fine for hours later. The patience in line and things like that. But this trip, I know I talk about like flipping and reselling. My daughter and I would go out to these stores and these yard sales and talk to these weird people and buy all this crap.
In Florida?
No, in general, for the past 2 years to make this happen. So she had a part in this. So I paid for this.
Did she want to have a part in this?
She likes doing what I do. But she unknowingly helped make this trip happen.
I feel like we need to record him doing this one day, don't you, Pez?
We are recording.
It's all recording all the time.
No, I'm talking about like him when he goes to these things.
Oh, I do. I have a TikTok with 115 videos ready to go that I'm not ready to release.
Oh my god, he's
Content ain't getting any younger, pal. Let's go.
I need to get everything on lockdown before I do that. But
Chop,
it was
chop.
just cool that like
What does
she.
that mean?
I need to get I need a PO box and stuff like that
Why?
because someone can basically link the items to my account.
Wabba Corp's not ready for its expansion, clearly.
Because you need to anonymatize.
I already
Thanks.
deleted Wabba Corp from the webpage.
Good. But it was cool that we worked towards a goal for 2 years
Don't
and
exist,
we
no.
helped made it. We helped make it happen. She and I together.
Suck at Wabba Corp.
But yeah, that's it.
That's dope. Sounds like a great time.
Yeah.
Also, your wife must like make out in this because she just like doesn't have to do anything.
Well, she had a.
Also,
She has a shop.
kudos on the most clutch item that you purchased there or rented, the stroller. Incredible move. That is an A+ pro gamer move.
Bringing the stroller.
Yeah. You just
So-
using one. If you rented it down there or what, just having a stroller is when we took my daughter, I think she was 6, and we still used a stroller. Because like halfway through the day, she was like 5 or 6. Halfway through the day, she's whiny and tired. And it's like, all right, go sit down. She was
It's
it was
Wabba.
great.
Well, I wanted to
No,
get
she
pushed
was
in
her
there, but it
father
doesn't
who
help
was
my limit.
also whiny and tired because it was August. Because my wife's like, we can't go in October. The kids are gonna miss school. And I was like, I want
Oh,
to
we
see.
went in October.
I was like, I want to see Halloween, dude. I don't
Mhm.
care about the
I was literally
kids.
there at the exact same time last year. Remember, Wabba? Because you were
Mhm.
like, "Oh, I'm going literally a year from now."
It's all right.
I didn't
It's
care about
crazy how
the
long it takes
kids
to plan.
and their education. I wanted to see me, Jack Skellington, and Halloween having a great time.
We should just clip that out where you're just like, I didn't want to care about the kids.
I tell them every day.
So if you're gonna go, so we bought $100 stroller, which is cheaper than it would have been to rent. But the ones you rent are like these hard plastic ones, where we got one that's like easy to push, has a lot of storage. It has like something that it covers the kids so they don't get burned or they can pass out in it, at the end of the day. And also it can fold up for the bus and stuff like that. And also we stayed at a resort where there was a Skyliner, so it's like an air tram, and it takes like no time to get to Epcot and Hollywood Studios, and you can actually just push the stroller on. So if you do go with kids, they are of stroller age, or maybe you want to still use a stroller with them, buy one. It's $100. You get a quality one, and it just makes life so easy, as well. And there's plenty of stroller parking. Don't leave your. We learned early. I kept a backpack too. Put all your valuables in there. Put popcorn buckets, which sounds stupid, but you got to. And we got a whole, and we also did one other thing, but my wife really wanted to do this. We got professional photos done, so you can rent a Disney photographer for like half an hour.
Yeah, I did that too.
And they look great. They get access to all these different areas. There's two of them. Like one kind of helped manage our kid, so we could do like pictures of her and I, and they're so good with the kids. And the other thing I liked, and I told him this, he was from Maine, so he's kind of New Englander. People were like trying to take pictures in front of like the Walt Disney and Mickey holding hands statue. He just walked in front and it's like, hey, I need this, and just basically kicked these other families who had a line forming out so we could do our pictures.
So you're like VIP.
Yes, just for that. And I said, I just want to say I appreciate how you're basically just steamrolling everybody else who's forming a line. He's like, well, that's what we get access to.
That's what you paid for, baby. You paid for access. Disney is the true pay to play.
It is pay to win. I'm very much pay to win there.
100%.
And I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Well,
hey, if you're willing to pay, it is.
Well,
you want to be a whale, be a whale.
Like it's nice to kind of have a vacation like that. I've been working for it for like 2 years. It was kind of a goal in mind. I put a lot of work in. Like, I know you guys, my chat jokes that I don't work. I do. Like, when people kind of relax in the evening, I don't. I'm doing stuff. Like, I have crap to pack up tonight. Over the course of Disney, I sold $500 worth of stuff, which made a lot of decisions very easy.
You got to mail a bunch of stuff?
No, not quite. Not quite.
It's never
not
happening.
Everything.
It's never happening.
Yeah. But yeah, it was cool. And
honestly, I don't think there's an episode where he doesn't walk into this.
I know.
He's always like, I'm doing so much stuff, I gotta mail all this stuff. And I'm like, oh, you're gonna send my thing? Or remember that time when he was like, you're gonna come back from your vacation and it's gonna be there.
No.
My vacation was 6 months ago.
I don't remember that. I don't recall. I don't answer any questions with my lawyer present either.
You plead, well, by God, I'm right here.
But
pleads the fifth.
Yeah,
You'd think we're friends.
It's the best running joke on this podcast is like the year and a half of court not getting.
When you do get it, what's gonna happen though? You're not gonna have that to hold against me anymore. I'm sure I'll find something else.
My kid will be happy. That's what'll happen.
Well, get it for her for when she goes to college. She'll get her the college care package.
I was just gonna say that'd be a great college gift.
Can you go get me the Spider-Man Wheaties?
Where are those? Are they in Market Basket?
No, you have to like buy them.
Where?
They are from their website. You want to know how much that box of cereal is?
Oh, I don't want it then.
$45.
What?
$45
for Wheaties?
For a box of Wheaties with Spider-Man on one side.
I do want my Brad Marchand cereal because by the time it gets here, I can't eat it.
Why would you eat it? It's collectible.
Oh, for God's sakes.
I got my pasta somewhere up there.
I don't.
My pasta.
Like, I don't.
My 98-cent pasta.
It was 90. It was 88 cents.
88 cents. My 88-cent pasta. Oh man, package is never arriving.
No, dude, it's at this point, it's not even funny anymore. It's rather insulting to me.
It's just customs, man. Maybe it's
nothing.
with them.
It has nothing to do with that. It's just your lazy ass.
Maybe it's customs.
At this point, it's just you being lazy. You're like, I'm not making money off it, so I can't do it.
That's a little well, yeah. But
Yeah.
I am. I have it. I've still got 3 days left.
I have it. Yeah, we know
Dude,
you have. I know you have it.
I
I'm
got
well aware.
I got 3 days left of sabbatical.
What does that mean?
It means I'm off duty for 2 more days after this.
So that means you got lots of time on your hands.
A little bit of time, here and there, once or twice.
You could do some writing,
God, it's like
some
mediating
videos,
right
some
now.
content. Jesus, all these things that Wabba can do. This is great.
No, I also got sick there too because I
Look at
lived
these,
off
like,
of
"No, I can't
protein
do that."
bars.
Protein
So-
bars got you sick?
No, like probably being near all these people from all everywhere.
Yeah,
and
it was-
kids are gross.
It was probably the amusement park jam packed with disgusting people.
Plus, basically, running myself ragged for 8 days straight.
They steal popcorn buckets. They are not the best of the best.
Disney is renowned for its food, Wabba. What did you eat there?
Tendies.
I got
The gray
Chinese
stuff?
beef and broccoli there. I did not get the gray stuff because
Well, yeah,
they
when
changed.
you were at Epcot, did you go to the teppanyaki? Because I saw you outside of it.
No, I did. The food I tried there was samosas from the India booth.
How were they?
That
They're
does not
good.
sound like
veggie
something that I would think you would
samosas, and
get.
they had like peace sauce all over it.
I
Like
never
green
would have
peanut.
guessed. I never in 1,000 years would have said Wabba Place had samosas.
Same.
I like samosas.
Never in 1,000 years.
That's like one of my favorite things. I didn't get like too many crazy food. We got pizza from Via Napoli, which wasn't great this time around.
I should know that Wabba likes that kind of food because he double parked at a what restaurant was that? He double parked at
Hello,
like
guys.
at
The
Hello.
only reason I brought Pez with me was so I could go leave him in the car and pick up my chicken and rice.
He double parked to pick up chicken and rice, and I thought the car was gonna get towed. I was like waiting for a stady to come by and be like, "Excuse me, why you double parked here?" But nothing ever happened. But
And then I scarfed it.
what I think was 2 seconds and felt like 400 hours down in the old theater district of Boston.
I took my time. What else did we get? I mean, I'm like 15% chicken nugget right now. I can tell you that much. Oh, we got to go to the Star Wars bar. That was really
Yes,
kind of a
I
unique
saw that. I
experience.
didn't get to go in there because I couldn't get in.
So again, that's why the Disney planner for us worked because I'm assuming they have a bot that basically goes in as soon as they can and just books. So you go in, it's like it's a room. You can spend an hour and a half there max before they kick you out. They have like booth seating for larger families. They've got like some tables around. It's all standing room though. They don't have, but they have a high chairs for kids. So my daughter could fit in the high chairs because she can't just stand there. But they have alcoholic and non-alcoholic drinks, which is good. They've got a robot DJ and like just things happening all around, like every now and then. There's like a weird alien behind the, like fish that I took a picture of with like bobas below it, and then the bobas end up in my drink. It's gross. A lot of the props, like to get beer or something or a drink, it looks like a IG-88 droid head. And also the coasters. I took one. It was like a Rancor on it.
You steal it.
But the bar, oh, no, I can take the coaster.
You're no better than the popcorn bucket people.
The popcorn bucket thief of 2023.
Popcorn
But it was
buckets,
just-
Wabba Place.
Apparently the drinks are like that. Booze drinks are really good. My wife got like 2 whatever had tequila in it drinks. I got like one that I could share
Your
with my
wife
daughter.
sounds like fun.
She's way
is.
more fun than me.
She's a lot of fun.
She's more fun than me.
Well,
I'm
yeah,
just incredibly attractive, arm candy. So that's why she keeps me around.
Trophy husband.
Nobody lie to me.
I mean, I said trophy husband, so
Thank you.
you got it.
But it was a cool experience. And again, we only stayed there maybe 45 minutes, but just getting pictures and seeing it all around, like it really feels like you're in it. And this whole Star Wars area, like
To win it
exactly. Like I saw the Millennium Falcon, I was like, this is it.
is
And-
so cool, eh?
Oh god, like seeing it up close, it's like it's really cool. Like when you go into the ride, like being inside of it, I'm like, I'm here. I know it's not the exact layout, but like there are parts I'm like, I'm in the Millennium Falcon. And then they have like characters all like walking around, like they've got stormtroopers. We saw Rey just walking around, obviously with like an attendant. I go to my daughter, I'm like, hey, like that's a Jedi. Don't tell the bad guys that she's here. And she gave my daughter like a little wink. And then there was also like the Mandalorian, like Mando was there with Grogu. And I saw I saw it across the way, and like we go there, and I got to take a picture with him, and I was like, I got to meet the Mandalorian. Like it's cool to have like that feeling. Like I remember when I first met Chewbacca, I had that feeling. You know, when you're like, I get to meet Chewbacca. I kind of had that when I was there because I'm like, this is Star Wars. Like I'm here. It was really cool.
As a Star Wars nerd.
I'm a bit. I love this stuff. It's. I've been watching that stuff for a while. One of my first bootleg VHSs was episode 1 in 5th grade. Someone gave it to us. I thought it was super cool at the time. I didn't realize how illegal it was. Also, statute of limitations way over. So I was a minor, whatever.
It's a big sneeze.
But yeah, it was just cool. And now I get to teach my daughter about all that stuff. She's like, "Are those the bad guys?" I'm like, "Yeah, they're the bad guys." And sometimes I'm like, "Oh, she's like, whose ship is this?" I'm like, "Oh, it's Han Solo." She's like, "Is he a bad guy?" I'm like, "No, he's a bad dude." And she's like, "Oh, like Kobe?" I'm like, "Yeah, like Kobe."
Like
Because I call Kobe. She knows Kobe. I say Kobe. I'm like, Kobe wasn't a bad man, but he was a bad dude. So she knows the difference between bad guy and bad dude.
He kind of did some bad things.
Well, yeah, but you know what I mean. That's just her frame
got
of
a little
reference in her
rapey.
4-year-old mind.
People they love the Mamba, but
I'm talking from a basketball standpoint.
I'm talking from like as a person standpoint.
I don't know at all. So I just know
He
from
got a little
basketball.
rapey.
Oh well, then F that guy.
Not podcast appropriate.
Yeah.
All right. Allegedly.
That's a 3 Dads After Dark
allegedly
podcast.
But it was, I don't know. She got just teaching her about this stuff. She got really scared by stormtroopers, which I thought was very funny.
She is 4, right?
She was like, I'm not going to go into the story of Rise of the Resistance because I want people to experience it for the first time. But she authentically thought the scenario was real.
So what did she do? What did she do when you guys were on Tron?
She was not. Oh, so also pro tip for parents going is you can get a parent pass. So what happens is if someone goes to wait in line, they load up a fast pass on the other parent's band for that ride for any time of the day. So that one parent waits in line and goes, and then when the other parent wants to ride it, they can just hop right in through the lightning lane, like if they bought it like Genie Plus. So my daughter couldn't go on Tron, so I got basically a lightning lane to go on through. So my wife, we were in the virtual queue anyway. I didn't pay for it, but it's a walk on with the queue anyway because it's boarding groups. So she would go through. I would hit my, then I would scan my band. I would go mess off for half an hour, and then when she was done, we'd switch off. We did that with Tower of Terror. We did that with Rock and Roller Coaster. And we did that with Space Mountain. It's awesome. So parents utilize that. It's great.
You're smarter than I thought.
Dude, I'm telling you, when it comes to like operations and like logistics and stuff like this, that's like my wheelhouse. I'm good at. I feel like I won Genie Plus.
Prove that you're wrong, but I'm gonna let this one go.
No, well, maybe in terms
you
of
just
this.
said logistics. Like seriously, you can't mail a package. That's logistics.
Fair, but I planned this trip very well.
Cool, very cool.
Well done. That is very cool.
So yeah, now I'm back.
Plan my Boston trip in March.
Oh, that's Pez. I'm only good at the house.
Going to PAX, dude, and then maybe a Bruins game, and then maybe a bar, and that's
done.
About it.
Pez can get us into all those places. I hear.
I mean, possibly. We can talk offline about it.
Yeah.
Me and the boys.
3 dads meet up.
2 dads meet up.
Why is Wabba not coming? Wabba won't show up. Wabba won't show up. Or if it's at PAX, he'll show up. He'll be late, but he'll show up.
The last time I did one of these, who didn't show up?
That wasn't my fault.
Oh.
Court, was I the keeper of the Stanley Cup tickets?
No, it was your brother.
And that's not my fault. There's nothing I can do about that.
Like, what a weirdo.
We all make mistakes in life, and I'm sure he has realized his.
Isn't he still with her?
No.
Oh, so yeah, he definitely realizes it now.
Sometimes love can make you do stupid things.
But what's love got to do with him? What's love but a secondhand emotion?
You're right. He gave it a bad name.
Thank you. Any other final thoughts for the folks?
Yes. go to our website, 3dadsconsole.com, because we are slaying it right now. I have an incredible review of Super Mario Wonder that you definitely want to read. Cordes has a great review of Assassin's Creed Mirage that you want to read. Wabba has a actual legitimately good article about the problems with NHL's rewards that if you're an NHL player, you're going to want to read. And our content will be updated. Seeming right now, we have daily content. Daily.
Yeah, I
All
said
your
today.
gaming
My
news and notes.
apologies.
Court's
I was
carrying
busy.
right now because Wabba was away
busy.
and I can't sneak off to work.
But Wabba's off. But remember, everybody, Wabba is off for the next 2 days, so he has lots of time to create content for all of you listeners.
Bang.
Yeah.
Done. You guys heard it. That's verbal. That's a verbal confirmation. And by God, in the arm of the law, in the eyes of the law, my friends, that is a verbal contract.
Wabba, you can give us a review of the hybrid controls because they're back, baby.
I'm not touching those.
He's not using them. He's a total.
So let me tell you,
beast.
I'm in total control, as it were. It's because I can't.
Hype this man up.
I don't want to go back to it because I feel like I'm at a point where I'm happy with my gameplay in NHL. I'm beating people. And I don't want to like get back into old habits. I feel like I've officially broken some of the muscle memory. I don't have as much new muscle memory, but I don't want to go back to it. And
would you say you don't have as much new muscle?
I punched the punching bag today.
My man walked up to the podium and he said, "I want to thank the sidewalks for getting me off the streets." He's not going back.
From the streets.
If I weren't married to the streets, I'd be married to you, Pez. You know.
Hey, you know.
That's what Ply said. Any final thoughts, Court? For the folks?
For some reason, I think I want to buy RoboCop.
The game.
The game. Yeah, it looks good.
RoboCop.
It's on Keymailer if you use Keymailer. FYI.
Really?
Yep.
The last RoboCop I played was RoboCop versus Terminator for the Sega Game Gear.
What? That sounds terrible.
It was. I couldn't make it past the first. I couldn't make it past the first level.
Keymailer only lets you use one website, and ours is someone's already using it. I think it's you, Pez. So ask for the key for me.
Okay,
I'll review it.
You got it. Also,
that game that looks very Court.
It does. Has your name? I will. I'll do it right after this. Also, any game on Game Gear, terrible. Except the Sonic games. Maybe NBA Jam if you had the adapter to plug it into the wall so you didn't have to run through batteries.
I have a lot of opinions on that, but we'll save Game Gear for the next time.
Oh man.
Until then, check us out, youtube.com/3dads on a console, 3dadsconsole.com, at 3dadspod on Twitter, and
Instagram.
Instagram is.
Go follow us everywhere and say hello. Make fun of Wabba. We're okay with it.
Tell me how smart we are collectively. Don't
or
review us individually.
You can be like the guy on YouTube. He called me a baby Huey, and I laughed out loud because it was hilarious.
Well, then there was the one guy that like misquoted you and like was like on his high horse that made me laugh. So I just let it go. I was just like,
I let it all go.
He never said that. I don't understand.
Here's the thing. Let it all go because it's engagement, baby. If you delete it, that engagement is gone.
I'm right there with you.
So someone wants to come on.
Comments. No, man.
Someone wants to come on and be like, "This guy's an idiot." It's sticking because I don't care what you say. I live in Boston. I've been called worse.
You heard it here, folks.
I do not care.
Pez doesn't care.
Just don't call me late for dinner.
Oh, jeez. And with that, go enjoy your dinners. We'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye.